Yeah.
Hey, look, honey, can I have some more fries? I'm doing it for the cause.
Right.
Uncle Sam needs fries. But you have a tribute to this?
I do. Belgians need to unite and eat potatoes. Skip your tomatoes. Be kind, eat fries. Every week eat them twice so we don't waste them. Really taste them. Please eat more fries. And the restaurants, they are all empty 'cause of the virus, COVID-19. And poor potatoes, their sales are crashing. No one's mashing or buying frites. That's French for fries.
Indeed, yeah.
Thank you.
Belgians need to unite. They better hurry. Regular curly. Be kind, eat fries.
Thank you very much. Pat Godwin, ladies and gentlemen. Tribute to the
Love it.
the problems with potatoes in Belgium during this international pandemic. It's glad to see some of the restaurants back open. Thank you. That's so nice. Support your favorite local restaurant, please. Now,
Boy, Willie has opened the floodgates here, Tom.
About what?
Suggestions for autobiography titles pouring in.
okay,
Yeah.
good thing. Thank you very much. I think we should do those for all of us.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Here's some suggestions for you for your autobiography, Tom. My car is running somewhere. My journey in radio and all the little people who tried to help. And why do they call it DeLand?
Because it's near the sea. Right now, I want to talk to you about Simply Safe, brought to my attention by Chick McGee, who has the 7-camera shoot going. I've only got the 4. You got to have a great home security system, a home security system that is easy. That's why they call it Simply Safe, because it's not difficult. You can install your Simply Safe in about 20 minutes. It doesn't require drilling anything. It's completely wireless. Simply Safe is the home security system getting the best reviews out there, and it's a great value. Simply Safe, designed to be easy to use, protecting your home 24/7. Order online with the click of a button. Open the box, place the sensors, plug it in, and you are protected around the clock. No technician has to come in. No salesperson going to come to make a pitch for you. Simply Safe, named Best Overall Home Security of 2020 by U.S. News and World Report. 24/7 professional monitoring is available. It's very inexpensive. Starts at about 50 cents a day. SimplySafeTom.com is the way to go to get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, send her right back. SimplySafeTom.com. You'll feel a lot better. You'll sleep better. And it's easy to install at your place. SimplySafeTom.com. That's SimplySafeTom.com exclusively for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Once again, you'll sleep better knowing that your home is protected. When we come back, we have... Is speaking Japanese going to make you healthier? Also coming up, comedian Allie Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
This is one of my favorite tunes, by the way.
Tom's going to do one of his big hits.
Oh, yeah. It is, actually. It's
a huge hit.
One of the better ones. Yeah, all set over there, Tom?
I beg your pardon? Who are you speaking to?
Oh.
It's that strange European accent that
Yes,
you can't
indeed.
quite place.
Yes, hello.
I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Good
Bonjour.
morning, Mr. Bonjour.
Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, yeah, we said.
You must be the chick, the funny one. Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name.
I haven't thought of one yet.
I see.
It's Peter Merritt, isn't it? Or
I think it is Peter Merritt.
Peter Merritt.
something
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
After the Bob and Tom Show, you know the score. It's Bob and Tom's Work Farce. That's what we call it. It's all the fun without really too much effort. Ace Cosby's your host. That's the same Ace Cosby, throwing out jokes of the day and getting sponsored by Omaha Steaks. Life is good. Keep the smile going all day. Keep your coworkers or your family guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Wednesday, June 10th, with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Allie Breen from New York City on the way. Hi, Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom sports update from the crazycockwine.com sports desk. A pair of people familiar with the negotiations tell the AP baseball players move toward teams but remain far apart on the economics of starting the pandemic-delayed season. Adamant they receive full prorated salaries while offering to cut the regular season to just 89 games. MLB did not appear to view the proposal as productive and made no comment. Well, this is going well. Players made their move one day after management cut its proposed schedule from 82 games down to 76 games. Are you keeping track at home? A lot of numbers and not much happening. The Taiwan Baseball League is continuing as a trailblazer for sports resuming. Did you hear that? Resuming after the lockdown and the coronavirus pandemic. An easing of restrictions by the government last weekend allows more fans at the ballparks and allows them to sit closer together while they're supporting their teams in the Taiwan-based CPBL. Spectators are only required to wear face masks when they're not in their seats, and ballparks can operate up to 50% of capacity. The Toronto Raptors have an NBA championship to defend, a very long stay at the Disney complex awaiting them, and plenty of unanswered questions on how the restart of the season will work. As the NBA's lone Canadian team, there's an added complexity. The U.S. border, the Raptors still deciding whether to have workouts before going to Disney and where those workouts may take place. That's a quick look at your sports update. Not that there's any sports to update. I'm Mark Allison. Have yourselves a great day. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute the coast-to-coast, all over the free world Bob and Tom Show.
The coast to coast, all over the free world Bob and Tom Show.
Here's to Bob, the master shooter, who got lucky playing with Mr. Fuzzy.
Check out the website.
Christy Lee, dedicated newswoman of reason. Bob and Tom have never let you finish, which unfortunately is typical of most men.
Case of newscast interrupters.
Tom's right. If we bet on all of Mr. McGee's football picks, we'd be completely flat. Oh, wait a minute. He does? Sorry.
The man's a money mover.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light. It's always worth it, Bob and Tom, because in the book of names, you guys rock.
Check your local listing.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Back to your bedroom, Christy. We've decided you need to remove the crucifix from the room. I think you should just go all out.
Go all out and do what?
Well, as soon as you open the door, disco ball,
Right.
Yeah.
condom machine right there on the wall.
Incense.
You know, even better, Tom, one of those little machines that dispenses cologne.
No, one of them is condoms. The next is French ticklers.
Oh, yeah.
Something that looks like a cat toy. You know.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
I think we've done all the damage we can do.
Oh, no.
And then, I know. Started. And then a little button you walk over, press it, and you hear just your chick going, "Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then the disco music starts. Oh, yeah.
Techno action.
Christy! Do it. Actually, it's chicks.
What's harder to raise, boys or girls?
I would guess girls.
Girls. Boys are easy. Just give them a book of matches, they're happy.
Yeah, book of matches and some ants. Oh, yeah.
Until they turn 13, then you give them a Playboy magazine. You won't hear another word out of them until they're 25. Am I right, chick?
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Testify.
I ain't seen my oldest boy in 4 years. My oldest boy, he's 17. He's been driving for a year. He's had 27 accidents.
My God.
In fact, I call him the David Copperfield of drivers. Oh, yes, because it's magic. Because to hear him tell it, stuff just appears out of nowhere and he hits it. And he's stupid. He always comes with the same excuse. I mean, he's not even a good liar. He's like, I had to swerve to miss a deer. 27 deer.
45 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update in the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. It'll be cloudy, windy with thunderstorms around today. High 85. Clearing overnight down to partly cloudy skies and 60 degrees. Sunshine, 81. Going to be gorgeous tomorrow. Currently 79.
Thank you very much. Please instruct your smart speaker. You're not that smart. I want you to play Q95 all day long. Just say, Alexa, or whatever her name is, could we hear the Bob and Tom Show? Thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it. Train those speakers. You tell them who's boss.
Yeah.
Train your phone, too. You can listen to the show on your phone. How cool is that? Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show. We are celebrating the 10th of June, 2020. The semi-quarantine continues. We got all the electronics hooked up again. We're all dialed in, feeling great. Sitting in for Chick McGee this morning, it's comedian Jeff Oskey. He is over there at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Christy Lee is through the glass in the next room where she is quarantined. It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. The OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair is occupied by Josh Arnold. The OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day chair is occupied by Ace Cosby. Well, who else would be there? That makes sense to me. This is Tom speaking. Pat Goddard is just around the corner. And we were, at some reason, talking about having to watch a slideshow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which these days, it's not a slideshow, really. It's
Well, you put it on your Apple TV or whatever, and they...
Yeah, but still, the notion is if you go over to somebody's house, the next thing you know...
Oh, I've...
And these are our pictures when we went to Yugoslavia. And you can see that, no one wants to suffer through that. But back in the day, in fact, if anybody watched Mad Men,
I watched it, sure.
one of the greatest scenes on that show, one of the great scenes ever on television, for my money.
I would agree.
Is the pitch that Don Draper makes for the carousel.
Yes.
Where it's the machine that shows slides.
Yep.
That's so
Kodachrome.
good.
And it's just, that scene's so amazing. If you've seen Mad Men, you know what I'm talking about. The sound is this. Remember this sound?
Oh, yeah. Get that.
You got the fan keeping the thing from melting the pictures.
Yes.
And it's rotating. But there was also the film strip.
Sure.
And there was film strip guy. And comedian Mike Toomey from Chicago has weighed in on this in a brilliant piece, which, well, here it is.
From Chicago, comedian Mike Toomey here with us. How's winter treating you? It's been rough all over the country. It's been
really horrible.
Hot where it's supposed to be cold where it's supposed to be hot.
Driving in this blizzard, last week we got nailed with it, and I'm sliding. And this is the weirdest thing. This is where you start trying to apply your driver education skills to actual driving 30 years later or 20 years later. I'm sliding off the road, and this voice comes back in my head. Remember the films, the old...
Yeah.
When your car starts to slide... steer in the direction of the skid. Which I'm skidding towards an oncoming semi. The other direction is. It's that philosophy, when someone shoots you, move in the direction of the bullet.
That's that guy. I haven't heard. I'm getting all teary-eyed.
Fall directly on the knife. You know that guy, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to kill that guy. I mean, my nightmares I'd hear is because he did all the anti-drug films that they made in the 50s and never updated. At least when I was in high school, still running strong. The black and white, the kid with the crew cut. Billy got mixed up with the wrong bunch of boys. They want Billy to sample marijuana. Careful, Bill. It's the devil. Billy succumbs to peer pressure and underestimates the power of the evil weed. Look out, Bill. You can't stop that locomotive with your face.
Mike Toomey. Oh, God, that's so funny. That's
dead
voice.
on, too.
Yeah. I wonder if that guy's still out there.
Oh, he had to
be
been dead by now.
He has to be,
but is there a guy in his place doing
Well, I'm sure there's someone narrating.
public service announcements?
Yeah,
I'm sure they still have those movies for kids.
Usual voice. Doesn't he do traffic for us? Oh, so I'm sorry. Now, we were also talking about anal probes.
Oh, God. We were?
Yeah.
What?
Donnie Baker.
Donnie Baker brought it up.
Was talking about was his Uncle Junebug apparently claiming he got anally probed
3 times, wasn't
by
it?
aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Although he said he was gone for 3 weeks and came back and had learned the electric slide. Seems, and then we got talking about getting trapped watching a slideshow, and it made me think: do you suppose aliens, when they get back, they call their friends over for dinner and? Well, hey, Gork. Yeah, here I am. Yeah, this is a place called Iowa, and I'm sodomizing a farmer here. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how we get their information. This is a good one, huh?
Did you just ask them? This is a picture of a car.
Primitive technology. Yes, okay. Now, had a request for this one. The less I say about it, the better.
Okay.
But 'tis the season for this particular thing. Although it's nice to have in some places year round. That's all I'm going to say, and we'll leave it there, and I'll explain why in just a second.
Heidi-ho, Mr. O here. It's the Mr. Obvious Show. I am your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's go right to the phones. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hi, is this Mr. Obvious?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Are you calling from your car, sir?
Oh, well, yeah, as a matter of fact, how could you tell?
Well, I hear the car phone there.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just what it is. Well, Mr. Obvious, you're a wizard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm calling from my car phone here.
Right.
Got one of these, helps me do business, but... Well, I'll tell you what I was calling about. I just, first of all, I wanted to say dittos on that sun shield idea you had a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yes. For those of you who didn't hear that program, a gentleman was having trouble with his car getting far too hot during the day. He'd leave it to go to work or whatever, run some errands, and he'd come back, and his car would be very hot and couldn't touch the steering wheel. So old Mr. Obvious suggested a sun shield there in the front window, and it worked really well for him. So,
well, yeah, Mr. Obvious, I tried that same suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Went out and got a really cute little Garfield sun shield.
Those are nice.
Oh, it works great.
Okay.
Car's nice and cool.
Oh, great. Thanks for calling, sir.
No, wait, Mr. Obvious?
Yes?
Here's my problem.
Uh-oh.
I had a perfect driving record, pretty much. Never got any speeding tickets, no accidents, nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, in the last 2 weeks, I've been involved in 5 separate accidents.
Really?
Yeah. And along with that, even a couple of close calls that... wasn't really an accident, but close.
Maybe you need your eyes checked. Maybe your vision's...
Well, my wife suggested that, and I went to the eye doctor, and he checked it out, and I said I got 20/20 vision, so that doesn't seem to be the problem.
Huh. Well, maybe that's a problem with your route to work. Can you tell me where you are right now?
Well, no, not really. I can't really see any street signs or landmarks.
What's in front of you there? Is there a big truck or something in front of you blocking the highway?
Might be. I really can't.
What do you mean you can't tell what's in front of you? Just look right straight ahead there. What do you see? A big truck or?
I'm looking straight ahead, and I can't see out because I'm seeing a big Garfield.
Wait a minute. You have the sun shield in your windshield while you're driving?
Yeah, I mean, keeps the car cool. And it works great.
No. You're supposed to take that out of the windshield when you drive so you can see the road. Take that out of there immediately. Gracious, no wonder you've had so many accidents. Goodness gracious. Take that out of there.
Take the sun shield out of the window?
Yes. Take it out right now.
The car's going to get hot, isn't it?
No, roll the windows down or something. Just get that out of there. You're going to have another wreck.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and reach up there and get that out of the window.
Hello? Caller? Well, join us again next time on the Mr. Obvious Show. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Yes, might want to have that. It can come in very handy. Keep things nice and cool in your car. In the
Just not while you're driving.
Yeah. But it's year-round in some places. I learned that when I lived in Florida. Very valuable to have that. It was in the cassette era.
Yes.
And I had one of those thing held 15 cassettes, nice plastic box, kept it in the back seat, came back to the car. It was just melted. So you get the proper the sunscreen thing for your windshield. Very nice. And that, by the way, a special request going out to the VA hospital, Danville, Illinois.
All right.
Thanks to the great veterans being served there, and thanks to all the people helping them out.
Yes.
Proudly serving the veterans and doing a great job. So that Mr. Obvious goes out to you, gents and ladies.
Bless you.
In the VA at Danville, Illinois. And we'd love to hear from you wherever you are in the world.
Yeah.
We've got, are we on the YouTube things that happen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
we're up.
Yeah, we had some weird technical stuff going on today, but we're back in business, so we can also see your emails finally. So it's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you. We're going to hear from comedian Allie Breen coming up. Also, if you speak Japanese, you may have an advantage when it comes to the coronavirus. I
know.
This is maybe the oddest story to come out of this thing.
Particularly if your doctor is Japanese.
It has no bearing on anything.
No, I think it would. If you speak Japanese, you'll be able to understand what they're telling you to do and not do.
At this point, I don't think understanding is important because every day it's a different story.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yep.
The WHO, 3 days ago said do this, and then 12 hours later they said, oh, wait a minute, and they backed up on that. It's
every day is a winding road, as the great poet Crow once said.
Yes. Just could someone make up their GD mind? That's what I'd like. Someone to get up there and go, these are the rules. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Will you look at those? My goodness. What a day and what a time for you to be a Bob and Tom VIP member. My goodness, you're a fan of the show. You could be experiencing it like this all the time. I mean, go to bobandtom.com, check out the VIP experience. Here's what you get. The full discography. You know they have hilarious CDs. You get exclusive podcasts, 24/7 access to Bob and Tom video and audio. Are you kidding me with this? My gosh, join the VIP experience and live a little, huh? Oh, my goodness, that's terrific. These steaks are about ready, and I'd say dinner is about to be served, huh?
Show. Our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson will be checking in via Zoom. He was wearing a kick-ass fedora 2 weeks ago. We'll see what Al's wearing on Thursday because he'll be joining us via Zoom, so we can not only hear him, we can also see him. He'll have a nice quiz to get Tom a little more street, a little more urban, if you will. That's Al Jackson coming up on Thursday's Bob and Tom Show right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Hundreds of mourners packed a Houston church Tuesday for the funeral of George Floyd. The man whose death has inspired a worldwide reckoning over racial injustice. His body was carried in a horse-drawn carriage to be laid to rest next to his mother. Mourners included actors Jamie Foxx, Channing Tatum, J.J. Watt of the NFL's Houston Texans, rappers, and others. The Trump administration is opposing a Democratic proposal to extend a $600 per week federal unemployment benefit approved in response to the coronavirus pandemic. Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia says the $600 payment has served its purpose but is no longer needed as the economy begins to recover. The payment is in addition to normal unemployment benefits and has helped millions of workers stay in their homes and pay bills. The additional benefit scheduled to end July 31st, but Democrats want the extra benefit to continue through January. And the remnants of Tropical Storm Cristobal have moved across parts of the Midwest after lashing the South, unleashing downpours and bringing gusty winds. Heavy rain hit Missouri on Tuesday morning, swept across Illinois, battering Chicago with high winds that downed trees, knocked out electricity to close to 20,000 customers of Commonwealth Edison. The National Weather Service says Cristobal may produce flash flooding and isolated river flooding as rain continues into today. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I got a joke for you, Ace.
Okay.
Did you hear the CEO of the world's biggest cable company died yesterday?
Oh.
Yeah, his funeral's next Tuesday, sometime between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. And his widow invited me to come over to her house and lay some cable of my own later. Swear to God. I said, that's cool, baby, but just so you know, we got called before we dig.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dear Penthouse, I'm a freshman at a small Midwestern university, and I never thought something like this could happen to me. When my teacher with the dynamite ass asked me to stay after class, and she started to undress, I can't forget the statement she made: if you drop your pants, I'll raise your grade. Dear Penthouse, I'm a seaman first class at an overseas naval base. It's been 7 long months since I've seen a woman's face. When I saw your recent issue, I took a box of Kleenex tissue and I locked the barracks door. Thanks to you, I've gotten a grip. Please excuse my jerky penmanship. I've read every issue since 1974. The first 2 years behind the bathroom door. I poured through every penthouse I could find.
902 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
My baby does the hanky. Oh, we're back? I'm sorry. Christy Lee has an update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. If you want to do the hanky-panky outside, better bring an umbrella today. Thunderstorms in the forecast and a high of 85. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 60. Plenty of sunshine, dry, and a high of 81. 79 now.
This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is featuring me, and that's Josh. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And we're getting some new windows on whose house?
Mine.
That's right. Window Nation, they're our buddies, and Window Nation has the best deal ever going on right now. An online virtual quote valid for 6 months, so no one has to come snoop around your house.
Nope.
Deferred payments for a staggering 2 years. Plus, for every 2 windows you buy, how many do you get, Josh?
You get 2 for every 2 you buy.
I know math is not your strong point. If you get 8, how many do you get?
16.
That's right. So if you buy 8, you get 16.
Right.
I'm really making this confusing. Window Nation will make this very simple for you. Free online virtual quote valid for 6 months. Deferred payments for 2 years at Window Nation.
And they guarantee to be the best value, or they'll pay you 250 bones.
And windows are kind of tricky, and the Window Nation folks know what kind you need here in Central Indiana, so check it out. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. The caffeine has officially kicked in.
All right.
Yeah.
I just got a phone call from my sphincter.
That's a little TMI, but...
He said, tighten it up. Okay, sorry. That cold brew is really good. Okay, where was I? This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check. It is the 10th of June, 2020, in the world of the semi-quarantine. We'll have some semi-CV related news coming up of interest.
I got a semi for you. Oh, wait a minute.
I hope you're talking to Jessica. Jessica Alsman has just joined us. You're home.
I am.
We just saw you in the hallway here.
Yeah.
I got there long enough to be told we don't need you now, go back home.
I love that.
We had a technical issue in the building that Jessica was going to work with, but now because
I'm glad I left, though, because it got worse, the tech issue. So.
Oh, yeah.
We are doing what is this called? Social distancing, and so we have to keep a minimum number of people around here. So we drew straws and kicked out all the women. Wait a minute.
Oh.
No, Christy's right.
Not many of us.
Christy's in the next room.
I'm not really thought of as a woman. It's okay. I get it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, you're all woman, baby.
Thank you.
You're a woman.
We have men who just want to see your feet. Yeah, we get letters from them all the time, and then you can go up the scale there. Ankle guys, knee guys, inner thigh.
I want to see your vagina.
Inner thigh guys. Thanks, Josh. I was going to stop at thighs. Let's see. That's Jessica. Pat Godwin is over there.
Yes,
a guy who knows his way around a thigh.
Sure.
And
talking about KFC.
Chicken thigh. Yes. Thank you. I'll let you complete any setups. Throw out there. Yes, of course. Yeah, the man who loves a good barbecue. Then we have Jeff Oskey sitting in for the Chickster. He's at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Crazy Cock Wine is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
People write us these letters. Can you do that new bit about the Crazy Cock Wine? No. This is an actual. There's a picture of a rooster there with the weird one eye.
Yeah.
You got some crazy
I got a 4-pack
cock right there in the Crazy Cock Wine. Comes
it's
in
not
a
a
can.
weird eye. It's a crazy eye.
That's right.
It's the perfect summertime drink. Fits right there in the cooler. Ace Cosby is our man responsible for the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We've had several today. Some of them worked.
Brought to you by Omaha Steaks.
Of course, it's the omahasteaks.com.
Yes.
Ace Cosby joke of the day desk. And if you don't get your dad Omaha Steaks for Father's Day, wow.
Yeah.
Crappy kid. You know they're going to be fathers going, oh, man, I hope it's the steaks.
Yep. Right.
And they get the package and, oh, great. It's a tie.
Oh, thanks.
I'll take the last 12 of these, make enough for a noose.
Josh, are you going to get your dad some Omaha Steaks for Father's Day this year?
Wow, Jeff.
Oskey gets in on this? You're the only one that has a living father in this room.
Jessica has a dad.
Believe it, baby.
I do.
Yeah, but you're not in the room here.
Oh.
I'm not.
Your father's alive?
He's not true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting him steaks.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm going to send him your dad's.
Double stamp.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Jessica, how's your dad doing?
He's good.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would. Oh, he would like me to probably order him Omaha Steaks and then cook them for him.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay. Because some dads
He would
will want to
prefer.
definitely prepare their own, but you're going to go ahead and make them too. Good.
He's a chili guy. He loves his chili, pizza, dirty rice.
It's about all he eats.
Well, that'd be great if it was the Omaha Chili joke desk, but it's not. We'll have
dare you promote other food?
Discuss that at the meeting later today.
Oh, boy.
You can put hot dogs and chili.
Heck yeah.
Got those great Franks.
Those Franks are good, I'll tell you that. Now, I have lost my place. Where were we? Oh, I know. We were going to go back over to the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk with Christy Lee.
During the 2003 SARS outbreak, almost all the suspected cases in the United States were people who had recently traveled to parts of the world where SARS was spreading, like China. But back in July of that year, Sake Inaoi, a researcher at Atsumo Women's University in Tokyo, brought up this puzzling fact. There had been more Japanese tourists in China than Americans, and yet Japan had somehow escaped SARS with 0 officially reported cases. Her guess? Well, I guess it's a man, I'm sorry. His guess is what he wrote in a letter to the medical journal The Lancet was that SARS might be more easily transmitted in certain languages, namely Chinese and English, because of how much breathing in and out is needed to produce those languages as common sounds.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
if you speak Japanese,
they were talking about the fact that it's dangerous to be around someone who's yelling or singing
or spitting,
but just regular conversation. If you're whatever 10 feet away, so whatever the hell they're saying now, 6 feet away. But that's really fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I wonder, and I don't know this, and I'm only asking. Do Japanese people tend to? Is there a cultural distancing of any greater significance than, say, Americans?
I think they're a little more soft-spoken.
They're closer.
They are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you think Japanese people speak a little softer, maybe?
I don't know, but maybe the nature of the
language,
the mouth shape or something when you're speaking to make those formations of words. I have no idea.
I don't know.
And the Japanese girls, when they laugh, they cover their mouths.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. They're very shy. Yeah, very
Is this in porno movies? Is that what the basis of this? I'm assuming, knowing that it's Jeff Oskey speaking.
there.
Now, if this is true, I wonder what language has the most. I would think maybe German.
Yeah.
That was a V there.
Yeah, it was, yes.
Wacken was my phony German word.
So a lot more saliva.
I don't know.
This is
that's a really
Well, they
cool.
said breathing. Yeah. So English requires a lot of in and out.
Inhale, exhale.
And the movies, there wasn't the Japanese porn you were watching called In and Out?
Yes.
Mostly in? Okay, very good, very good. Did we ever introduce Jessica? I'm sorry.
Yes. We talked to her for like 4 minutes.
No, I know we talked to her, but Jessica Alsman from our staff is now back home.
I am.
Okay, all right.
I was going to run the cameras for Oskar and be a team player, but my boss took it over. And he's doing a great job.
I'll bet. Probably hasn't taken the camera off the lady since we got here. Okay. Christy, what else is
She's pretty. I would keep the camera on her, too.
Pretty, yeah.
Chicago's annual music festival, Lollapalooza, has been canceled.
That sucks.
Chicago Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events announced it was scrapping all permitted special events through September 7th. Lollapalooza was originally scheduled for July 30th to August 2nd, and it draws hundreds of thousands of people down there near the lake. Festival officials said they understood the decision and were focused on a 30th anniversary event, which will be held in 2021.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and in addition to Lollapalooza, if you're planning on visiting...
by the way, Lollapalooza has probably been spreading diseases for 29 years.
Yeah.
Different ones.
Sure.
Certainly. Spirochete Festival.
Man, I remember the first Lollapalooza. I feel a little old.
How long ago was that?
29 years ago.
29 years ago.
Yeah. I was 11 or 12.
Do you know who was on the bill?
It was Perry Farrell, right?
Oh, I was not there, but yes, of course, yeah. He was one of the main founders,
I think he's the guy.
Yeah, and, I don't remember, but I just remember it being a thing.
In addition to Lollapalooza.
I know that we did, what did we do? Lollapaloozers? What was the...
Yeah, we did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Taste of Chicago, the Chicago Air and Water Show, as well as the Chicago Jazz Festival, all have been called off as well. Mayor Lori Lightfoot said, quote, bringing that many people from all over the country downtown in Grant Park every single day, we might as well just light ourselves on fire.
Well,
I like her.
They're about doing that in Chicago.
Yeah, I know. But
she's a badass, though. She's that mayor.
I know. Yeah, I don't know anything about her.
She looks rough lately, though.
Well, of course.
Like from when she is.
Would you
ever seen a picture of like presidents as they age? I mean,
it's amazing.
Yeah, that's every day you walk in and there's some gigantic problem.
Talk
and
about stress.
Everyone thinks you're wrong about everything. It's like working here. She's great. She's a plain spoken person that tells it like it is. I like her. I think it's weird that they have to cancel Lollapalooza, but the Anthrax tour up and running.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be contagious.
Ironic, yeah.
See, Ace, I did that joke especially for you.
No, he doesn't care.
You're over there typing something.
He is, yeah. He's
only person in the room who could name a song by Anthrax.
Among the Living.
There you go.
Noise.
Indians.
You know any Anthrax songs?
Bring the Noise, right?
They did that with Public Enemy.
With Public Enemy and Anthrax.
You knew that?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I didn't know you smoked pot.
I had the tape until my dad.
You didn't know he smoked pot?
Your dad did what to the tape?
He was not a fan of that kind of music.
I see.
I only had it for a few days.
Are you a pot guy? I didn't know you were a pot guy.
No, never touched this stuff.
Really? I had no idea.
Oh, my God. Where have you been, man?
You've never seen he and Chick slowly shake hands in the hallway?
Do you roll your own?
I don't do anything. I am smoke free for a year.
No, he just eats it now.
1991 Lollapalooza, Jane's Addiction. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Perry Farrell's band, Jane's Addiction.
Susie and the Banshees, Living Color, 9 Inch Nails, Ice-T, and Body Count. Butthole Surfers.
Oh, okay, yeah. Great.
The Henry Rollins Band, Violent Femmes, Fishbone.
Electric Larryland.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot more mainstream.
Oh, yes, they have.
In God, I can't believe it's that long ago.
1991, yeah.
Okay. Did they have the did that have the circus with the Jim
the Jim Rose Sideshow Circus? I don't know.
Part of Lollapalooza?
At one point, I remember it was. I don't know how long.
For those of you not familiar with that, was it Jim Rose?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of body modification tricks. And
we had those
they
guys
were in here. Whew.
I had to call a friend of mine to come over and take stitches out of the one guy's mouth.
Yep.
Really?
What
did he eat, or what did he?
He had several days before he'd been eating glass.
Okay, yeah.
Cut the hell out of his mouth because he was eating glass.
You watched the guy go through a tennis racket.
So I had to call a doctor buddy of mine. Really? He goes, do you know anybody that can take stitches out?
Yeah.
But we'll get back to all these things.
Mr. Lifto, remember him?
With his wiener, right?
Well, yeah. Well, and spun a brick.
Oh.
In the studio?
We were in the break room in the back. Yeah.
He picked up a giant cinder block with his male member.
How about that?
Boy, those were the
Member of
days.
his entourage?
No, member of his the genitalia. Right now, I want to remind you that maybe your Mr. Lifto isn't lifting the way it used to.
There you go.
That's where you need maybe to get into some of those pharmaceuticals that have been developed by genius physicians and scientists and engineers, I guess. Roman is a pharmaceutical distributor that has that stuff, and they want you to be able to make use of it if you are indeed a candidate. So what do you do? Well, you go to GetRoman.com/wood, and you'll receive you'll be contacted within 24 hours, and they will help you do all this without having to go to your local physician, maybe be embarrassed. So if erectile dysfunction is something you're concerned about, you can get a free online visit. Once again, you go to GetRoman.com/wood. You'll hear back, like I said, from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. And if this doctor decides that you are indeed a candidate for one of these treatments, your medication will be shipped to you. By the way, they do have free 2-day shipping, Josh, which costs how much?
It's free.
That's all I ask him to do once every day.
Yep, he does a great job.
Congratulations.
Nails it.
Plus, unlimited follow-ups with that physician once you get up and running. And I do mean get up. If you're struggling with ED, stay home and go to GetRoman.com/wood for the free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Get part of your life back. That's GetRoman.com/wood. Free online visit, free 2-day shipping. When we come back, a reason that you'll want to be getting up. It's comedian Allie Breen talking about what's going on in the world of those that can get it up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, head on over to bobandtomstore.com right now, and for the foreseeable future, every dollar goes directly to Feeding America. Buy now and buy often. Get a hat for the loved one who loves Bob and Tom, and you're also helping out those in need. Every dollar spent goes directly to Feeding America at bobandtomstore.com. Check it out today.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. These days, police departments in the United States have come under scrutiny because of reports of brutality and racial profiling. So, the Paramount Network has decided it's now the end of the line for the TV show Cops. The network says the reality show is off the air and there are no plans to bring it back. Paramount put the show on hold last month as anti-police protests intensified over the death of George Floyd. Now, that decision is permanent. Are you ready to go back to the movies again? Well, ready or not, the nation's theaters are hoping you do return. The largest chain in this country, AMC, plans to reopen next month. But while it and other chains will be back in business, it won't be business as usual. There won't be many movies to see since Hollywood scrapped its summer lineup due to the coronavirus pandemic. And to maintain social distancing, theaters will be open to limit seatings to between 25 and 50% of capacity. And the Salzburg Festival will be one of classical music's few offerings in the summer of the coronavirus pandemic, staging a reduced 100th anniversary celebration with capacities limited to about 50%. Europe's top festival announced yesterday it will present 90 performances, down from 212. Venues will cut from 16 to 7, and intermissions eliminated to reduce audience interaction. Originally set to run from July 18th to August 30th, the festival will now start August 1st. Nearly every other major summer festival in Europe and the United States has been canceled. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Just a windbag about something we've been talking about.
Audio windbag?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a listen.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Dear Chick, racehorses don't have kids until they retire. Therefore, no kids could be at the track. Dumbass.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
I saw her sitting in a barroom in that smoky atmosphere. She smiled back at me. Yes, I drank down one last beer. She pulled me on the dance floor, and we danced a song or two. It was then I realized that I bit off more than I could chew. I think I'm dancing with a man. She's got calluses on her hand. She's got a voice deeper than mine. She gets a stiffy when we grind. I think I'm dancing with a man. We sat down and talked a while, and we listened to the band. Oh, and a friend of mine walked by. Oh, Tim Wilson. And he asked her if she'd dance. Then he gently took her hand. Ooh, and he twirled her round and round. It looked like he was having fun. Oh, yeah. Until her skirt fell to the ground. I think he's dancing with a man. The boys at the lodge won't understand. And with her hand on his behind, they two-step till 9:30. Think he's dancing with a man. Giddy, 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 giddy. Oh, Lord, we're dancing with a man. It'll be known throughout the land. The two boys from Texas danced a jig with a dude who wore a wig. We've been dancing with a man. She crushed a beer can on her head. Good Lord, her forehead's red. We've been dancing with a damn big man.
Right. Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey guys, it's Eli.
Hey,
oh,
hi.
Hey, Eli. You nailed it, Petey. It's about as low as it gets. You know what, Eli? You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I was thinking, there's no need to get down. I mean, just because you're grounded at work don't mean you can't.
922 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Ace Cosby. Quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Cloudy, windy, thunderstorms, and a high of 85. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, 81. We have 79 degrees currently.
Thank you very much, Christy. Coming up, heat relief this Friday. We're going to try to collect some bottled water to help some people out this summer. We'll be in the South Side. All the details coming up on Q95. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. It's gotten significantly better looking.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you guys have been here almost.
Yes.
I left the room. Came back.
No, we have. We have been joined by Jessica Alsman from our staff and the lovely comedian Allie Breen. You in New York City, Allie?
No, I'm actually visiting my family in Atlanta.
Oh,
wow.
Huh. Yeah.
Because it looks different in the background there.
I know. I'm blending in. I was just saying to Jess, I picked a wall that's the same exact color as my hair and skin. So
It's like we should swap. Basically.
I know we really should.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there are a couple people that would be interested in swapping.
All right.
I'll pay for that pay-per-view.
Let's see. So where was I? Oh, this is Tom speaking. That's Ace. There's Jeff Oskey sitting in for Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Josh Arnold's over there. Christy Lee's in the next room.
Hi, everybody.
And let's see. We are technically on the track phone hotline. Pat Godwin is going to do a special introduction here. And I guess you're visiting family, Allie?
Yes, I am.
Now, you have been in New York City during the duration of this lockdown, whatever you want to call it. And you had actually moved to a different apartment because of all the noise and all the construction. Yeah. So we'll do this for your family members to help them understand what you were going through. Pat has a special song.
Dear Allie, I have a big drill. I drill in the morning by your windowsill. I work at your complex. I'm quite sure you heard. I waved to you one day, but you flipped me the bird. Signed, Loud Driller. Loud driller, I've had my fill. I hide under my pillar and take sleeping pills. You've been drilling all day during this quarantine. You may have a big drill, but a tiny ball peen. Signed, Dear Allie.
Very nice. A tribute.
Yeah. I love it.
Sorts. Thank you for thinking about it. Yes, Ace.
Allie, how was your crowded was your flight?
It was about half full. So there's people flying, but it's not a lot.
Did you wear a mask the whole time?
Yeah, everyone has to wear masks, and then they give you a little bag of like a water and Cheez-Its.
Oh, okay.
So they don't do like regular service, but
So do you slip the Cheez-It under your mask to eat? Or
I know that's the thing. I feel weird because you have to kind of sneak it in if you want to eat. I feel like someone's going to yell at you if you take your mask off to take a nosh. Okay. So it's weird, but it feels. I mean,
have you?
And apparently they made an announcement that they recycle the air in a plane every 5 minutes.
Wow.
I thought it was all. Yeah, I thought it was all totally
contained.
I don't know. Contained, yeah.
Did you see
that's because they open the windows in the front.
Right.
You don't see that.
Did you see the guy sitting at the slot machine in Las Vegas since they've reopened?
No.
He's sitting at the slot machine in Vegas and he has on his mask, but he's smoking and his gloves, and he's smoking a cigarette. And he's lighting it like this. And he kind of pulls the mask over to the side. It's so ridiculous.
And that actually may be. I'm wondering if smoking
will go down.
No, I mean, I'm wondering if it'll help prevent you from getting it.
I wonder if it'll cause mask fires.
That's exactly what I thought, Allie. I go, he's going to catch that mask on fire.
Exactly.
Can you imagine what a great day that would be for some people if... Well, the president just said I got to start smoking again. Yeah, it looks like Marlboro kills it. I don't know. There's some speculation about that?
Yes, there was early on, especially in France. Okay. Yeah, they were doing studies, and in Canada, so I don't know how far we've come with those, but...
Okay. Well,
they were saying pot smokers were...
yes. Yep, same thing.
Less,
this was Surgeon General Cheech Marin?
Yes. Yeah, this is...
Okay.
I mean, it was in High Times magazine, so you know it has to be a fact.
All right. Now, Allie, we had a weird story today. I don't know if you saw this about a lady who's in New York who's developed a rotary cell phone.
Oh, wow. That's bizarre.
Yeah, which would be, and apparently it works.
Do you know if you Google rotary dial phone, do you know what comes up?
No.
Instructions on how to use a rotary dial phone.
Wow.
Because if you think about it, kids don't have any idea.
Yeah, but where are they? Where are they accessing?
I don't know, but that was the first thing that came up when I Googled.
Remember, if you watch TV shows from the 60s or 70s and someone has to dial a phone, everyone's phone number must have been 111-2121. And it was never all the way around.
I loved using it at my grandma's.
Of course.
Phone.
I hated them.
Why?
I mean, your fingers would slip. Pain in the ass.
I used to like to hang on the two nipples you have to press down.
Yes.
Go up to a public phone. God knows where that thing's been.
Sure.
Oh, come on. You weren't always a germaphobe.
The receiver was probably up somebody. Oh, I'm sorry.
Up somebody.
Yeah, Allie.
Those have to be filthy.
Allie, you're responsible for helping people with their love lives. Have you got any letters for us?
Absolutely. Here we go. Dear Allie, I just turned 30 and nobody told me that my hormones would start raging out of control.
Do we know woman or man?
This is a female.
Okay.
I literally want to have sex all the time with everyone I see.
Yes.
My boyfriend is 38 and he only wants to have sex like twice a week. Do I start cheating or find someone younger who can match my libido?
Wow.
Dear hanging out with a gay guy.
Well, yeah, the male sexual peak is between 18 and 22, and the female's between 28 and 32. So you want to get a younger guy.
But 38-year-olds still usually have a pretty strong libido, don't you think?
Oh, sure. You can have a strong libido throughout your whole life, but those are considered the peaks.
Those are the peaks.
28 to 32, yeah.
What would you name this letter writer? Like in the old Dear Abby days where they would...
I don't know. I'm trying to...
Wet and wanting.
So you got to make it dear Miss Wet and Wanting.
Yeah.
You got to class up a little bit.
My bad.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's get to our next letter. Allie Breen is the way to go here. You go to ALLIBREEN to send her your love trouble.
Dear Allie, my girlfriend constantly misinterprets the meaning and tone to almost everything I say. She won't let me explain, and she never meets me in the middle or says she was wrong in her interpretation.
Oh, I got this one. I got this one.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Dear, welcome to life.
Yeah, dear, you're talking to a woman.
Yes, this will never change. Signed, God.
Dear my ex-wife.
Dear, you're preaching to the choir.
Well, you guys really jumped on this.
Sorry.
I think, dear, you probably are wrong.
Could we?
Yes.
Could we finish the letter? What was
sorry.
his question?
I'm the one who always has to apologize, and it's starting to really annoy me. Is there any way I can make her see that she's being totally unreasonable?
Well, first off, never tell her that you are trying to make her see that she's being totally unreasonable.
Good point.
Consider going gay.
So this is how men actually see women, really.
No, not
every one
all
of you
them.
guys jumped on that.
Well, of
letter.
course,
Yes.
because we all
Our men.
right. We've all dealt with.
Isn't this a letter about being wrong? Okay. Or am I misinterpreting this?
Oh boy,
Jess is right though. If he does bring it up, she's just going to be like, "No, you're still wrong. Wrong again. Nice try."
Okay.
He's probably used the C word before with her, too. Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, crazy.
As soon as you bring that out, like, you're being crazy.
By the way, I want to give you a glossary of the Bob and Tom
do's and don'ts.
The C word in the show is vastly
Crazy.
different.
Yeah.
Let's get to another letter, Allie Breen.
Okay, this one's a little long, but bear with me. Dear Allie, about 9 months ago, I started to see a patient professionally, a man in his early 40s, for physical therapy. I quickly grew very fond of him and his wife, and about 2 months later, after his treatments were over, his wife and I had become friendly outside of my work.
Yeah.
A few weeks passed, and his wife confided in me that her ultimate sexual fantasy was to watch her husband with another woman.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That got me thinking over the course of a couple of days, and I said, what the hell? I haven't been in a good relationship in a while, and I couldn't tell you the last time I had decent sex, so I entered into an exclusive sexual relationship with this couple.
All right. Okay.
Now, 6 months have passed. I'm still in a sexual relationship with them, usually about twice a week when they can get away. It's the best sex I've ever had, but now I've fallen in love with both of them. Him
Nice.
sexually and her emotionally.
Wow.
Believe me, this was never planned, but I'm at a loss of what to do at this point. Do I tell them and risk having the best sex I've ever had go away, or just keep quiet and stick with the sex?
Oh, boy.
Let's see. You could kill her.
No.
She loves it. She loves it.
too.
There are
You
relationships.
have to make sacrifices.
There are relationships like this that
I think this could end up working out.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
She could move in with these two people.
Yeah.
The only way you'll know is by bringing it up.
And this guy gets to get sex and physical therapy. So he's got a real pro. Hey, by the way, that was great, but my knee's bugging me. Would you mind doing that thing, that you...
Remember, Nina Hartley, the porn star, was in here, and she had this kind of a relationship. Her and her husband had another wife. Do you remember that?
No.
She was
Wow.
talking about it? Yeah.
And they were open about it, because isn't it illegal in most places to do the thruple thing?
I think
Or
it's,
is it not?
it's legal. It's just really, really hard getting all the cards and letters sorted out. Who did I write the thank you note to?
She should probably just talk to them about maybe making it a more serious thing as opposed to just a fling every couple of weeks. If she's really that's
Maybe the couple feels the same way.
exactly.
Maybe
You
they're
don't
falling
know,
for
right?
her
Yeah.
just as
They
much.
could go, man. I wish you would just move in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Then do you go out to social events, all three of you? Like when someone invites you somewhere, do you bring both wives?
For them to decide. Yeah.
probably. Why not?
That would get tongues a wagging.
So what?
Sure. Already wagging.
Now, is she still billing this guy for the therapy?
It sounds like that's been...
Yeah.
Just.
By the way, you owe me for 8 hours.
Okay, next letter, please. Allie Breen.
Dear Allie, my girlfriend always needs to tell me about all the guys who hit on her, and then she gets mad when I don't get jealous. I thought not being jealous was a good thing. Please help.
It is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Not being
Insecure
jealous is a
girlfriend.
good thing.
Being jealous is horrible.
Yeah.
It means he's
Yeah.
confident in their relationship. She's in the wrong here, I say.
So she just keeps saying to this guy,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So-and-so hit on me today, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, and he doesn't get mad. She's looking for attention is what
Right.
she's looking
She
for.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and she wants him to get jealous.
Yeah.
I have no time for this one.
Drama.
Yeah,
Get rid of her.
exactly. Find a new girlfriend.
Break up. Nobody needs a drama queen.
Immature.
Yeah.
We've got time for one more letter. I think we're doing great work here.
I think so. Dear Allie, I've been separated from my girlfriend for too long during this pandemic. We spoke on the phone, emailed, and FaceTimed, but I miss actually making love to her. I've heard of phone sex and suggested FaceTime sex, but she seems reluctant. How do I persuade her to engage me?
Josh, this is yours.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to, I mean,
I've never done this.
She's not interested. It's hard to.
I know a lot. I've had a past girlfriend who wasn't cool with this, but then when I was like, well, you don't have to show your face. Like, you can keep your face out of matters. She was a lot more willing to do it because I think.
And it fulfilled the fantasy of yours. Hey, let's see your face, please, honey.
Yeah, a little less today.
Hey, hold the phone back a little bit. It's echoing.
No, I think women are afraid you're going to screenshot stuff.
Yeah,
and grab that. And therefore, they'll show their bodies without their face a lot more openly than full body face shot together.
Yeah.
Plus, my arms aren't long enough. How could you do that?
Yeah, Christy's like a Tyrannosaurus.
You're not going to get much.
Honey, that's your belly button again.
Looks tight.
I'll take a crack at it.
I'm sorry. Allie, I think we've done good work today.
that's funny.
Wait a minute. No, we
I
haven't.
think so too. Absolutely.
You can reach Allie Breen. It's ALLIBREEN, Allie Breen, comedian, and she can maybe help you with what's going on in your world. Thanks again, Allie.
Bye, Allie. Be
Perfect.
safe.
Bye, guys.
Always appreciate it.
I got windbagged.
You did?
Yeah, this gentleman says a woman's peak libido is between 35 and 40, you idiot. When I was in sexual, I forget what the class was called, but it was sex something that I got an A+ in college. That's right. It was 28 to 30.
You got an A+, so it was a course in masturbation.
Human sexuality.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Human
sorry.
sexuality, yeah. It was 28 to 32 then. Maybe it's been changed.
Okay, who knows? So,
I think it's whenever a woman discovers the TV show Outlander.
Really?
Is that right? That does it for you?
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
You got my girlfriend turned on to that show, and I have to tell you, yes, she is way more down than she has been. Like,
It's
this
a great
is
show.
Female porn crack. I don't know.
Really?
Wow.
I have to check it out.
Romance. There's history.
It sounds like a
there's
sci-fi
action.
thing.
It is. That's why
There is
I
no
hate
sci-fi.
it. She
There's an
loves
element
it.
of that. It's the woman going back in time.
Yeah, and falling in love.
What is this? Is this Netflix?
Stars.
It's currently on, all the shows are from Stars, but season 1 through 3 is on Netflix right now. Season 1,
Hot.
you'll be good to go.
But it's sci-fi?
I mean, she just travels through time. I don't want to give, and then she ends up in Scotland. So, she's in Scotland. I don't know. Watch the show. I don't want to give anything away. It's just
Well, I mean, as a critic, you're supposed to be able to tell me something.
Jessica's trying to avoid spoiler alerts, I think.
She has a lover. She's married, goes back in time, and meets a new man.
Finds. Finds.
I was like, I thought we were trying to.
As a
Spoilers.
Fa la 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 sound. We only say it Christmas.
She goes back in time.
She goes to this other, and then she.
Hey.
Falls through time.
Outlander.
Outlander.
Yes.
Okay. I have
So
no
good.
idea.
Yeah.
Tune that in.
I hate it. My girlfriend loves it.
All right.
See, Donnie watched it. I watched it myself a couple times by myself, and then Donnie watched it with me, and he enjoys it.
Well, I think he likes the after effects.
The side effects.
There's some good action for guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I had no idea.
There's another new film on Netflix that just came out that's getting a lot of attention, too, that's kind of like 50 Shades of Grey on steroids. Have you heard about this?
No.
What's it called?
No.
Well, I have to look. I think it's called, it's a foreign film. I'll find out when we come back from the
This
break.
isn't that new Sesame Street talk show.
Oh, for God's sake.
That is pretty hot, though.
Okay. Sorry. You know something? Just around the corner, it's Father's Day. Josh, I need your help here. I've been saying the only really good Father's Day gift, I think, is, of course, from Omaha Steaks. Dad doesn't want a tie. He doesn't want a fancy card. He just wants meat.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Send Dad the perfectly aged tender steaks that only Omaha Steaks can deliver right to his door. Right now, Omaha Steaks is offering Bob and Tom Show listeners and no one else access to a variety of amazing packages that are perfect to send Dad for Father's Day. Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS into that search bar. You'll see all the great options available. Many include free shipping, and others include boy, oh boy, this free 1 pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick, applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
Steak cut, ladies and gentlemen.
Just amazing. Omaha Steaks, they have a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness and hand-carved to perfection. Those burgers, franks, sausages that we just can't stop talking about because we can't stop eating them. They're perfect for grilling. Premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers, individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty, easy-to-make side dishes like those potatoes all gratin that crisp up so well in your oven, plus one-step family meals, artisan desserts, much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year and special by sending Dad the gift he really wants, perfectly aged Omaha steaks. I can just hear them sizzling on the grill right now. Get free shipping and that free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Omaha Steaks.
BTS like Bob Tom Show. And we're coming right back with it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info.
Hi, Chick McGee here at the old compound. And they want me to tell you about bobandtom.com, where you can join and be a Bob and Tom VIP. And all the swell stuff that you get to be a part of because you're a VIP.
What kind of stuff?
All sorts of things.
Like what?
There are club meetings and there are decoder rings and secret handshakes. And also go to bobandtomstore.com, where you can get Bob and Tom hats and sweatshirts, t-shirts, and shorts, socks. We have socks. I'm not sure about the socks. But, bobandtomstore.com for Bob and Tom stuff, and then bobandtom.com to join the VIP. The VIP, you also get the Off the Air podcast. Come on by and visit, okay? bobandtom.com, bobandtomstore.com.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, later on today, Christopher will step in and we'll have a repeat of today's show. We call it the repeat at 3 p.m. Again, hosted by Christopher. We'll replay today's show back to back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. We'll find out what we learned on the show today coming up. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom sports update from the crazycockwine.com sports desk. A pair of people familiar with the negotiations tell the AP baseball players move toward teams but remain far apart on the economics of starting the pandemic-delayed season. Adamant they receive full prorated salaries while offering to cut the regular season to just 89 games. MLB did not appear to view the proposal as productive and made no comment. Well, this is going well. Players made their move one day after management cut its proposed schedule from 82 games down to 76 games. Are you keeping track at home? A lot of numbers and not much happening. The Taiwan Baseball League is continuing as a trailblazer for sports resuming. Did you hear that? Resuming after the lockdown and the coronavirus pandemic. An easing of restrictions by the government last weekend allows more fans at the ballparks and allows them to sit closer together while they're supporting their teams in the Taiwan-based CPBL. Spectators are only required to wear face masks when they're not in their seats, and ballparks can operate up to 50% of capacity. The Toronto Raptors have an NBA championship to defend, a very long stay at the Disney complex awaiting them, and plenty of unanswered questions on how the restart of the season will work. As the NBA's lone Canadian team, there's an added complexity. The U.S. border, the Raptors still deciding whether to have workouts before going to Disney and where those workouts may take place. That's a quick look at your sports update. Not that there's any sports to update. I'm Mark Allison. Have yourselves a great day. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Christy.
Well, with some reluctance, the Vatican is cashing in on the 1-900 numbers.
Oh, Lord.
Now there
Wait,
is actually
this
a
isn't
number.
really a true story,
Yes,
is it?
this is a true story.
Where'd you find it? Is this off the
Wait a
is this
second. What kind of pervert wants to call the Pope
Pope confession.
Hi, what are you wearing?
What hat do you have on?
What?
Oh, that's a robe. Oh, yes.
Yes, there is actually a number you can call to reach special messages from Pope John Paul II. And I just happen to have the number here, and I think we should dial it.
Okay.
Here.
There we go. It's on the air. Calm down, all right?
Okay. Here we go.
This is Dial a Pope?
Dial a Pope, yep.
Hey, have you seen that Brooke Shields that she wanted?
Wait a minute.
You dial a hope.
Hang up. Let's dial it again. Come on.
I got the line 2 going here.
Go.
This should be it.
Hello, is Jim there?
Jim?
Oh, wait, did you guys call me?
Yes.
Who's
Yeah,
this?
who
Is this the Pope?
This is Dwayne.
Oh, this must be Dial a Dope.
You're being charged $1.45. Take Visa and MasterCard.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Thank you.
Let me try it again.
Gosh, one more time.
Give
Here.
me.
You hit the right number, please.
I want you to do anything right.
I want. This is it.
Hello?
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 Is this Dial a Pope?
No, this is Dial a Man eating a cantaloupe. Don't hang up. I don't get many calls.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
What do crocodile dung and
All right.
beaver testicle tea have in common?
Beaver
testicle
wait a
tea?
minute. Now, what kind of bag do you use when you're making the tea?
It already comes in one, but that's another story.
Aren't people happy with just a nice Earl Grey?
I love the Irish breakfast. Both were used as contraceptives. It's a bit of a trivia that can be learned at the History of Contraception Museum at Case Western Reserve University.
All right, kids.
Hey, listen, we were going to go to Disney World, but those plans fell through. We're going to go to the
History of Contraception Museum.
More than 650 items are in the collection at the one-of-a-kind museum. Visitors will find rows of cervical caps, while condoms are on display near the douches.
A jaunty cervical cap.
The Cleveland School's chief curator, James Edmondson, says there could be an initial giggle factor, sure, when visiting the Birth Control Museum, but he says there is a serious side.
Great show. 947 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Crystal Lee, updating the weather, please.
Yeah, cloudy, windy, thunderstorms, high 85, sunny and 81 tomorrow, 80 right now.
Thank you very much, Alexa. Play Q95 for the rest of the day. We're enjoying it so much. Thank you very much. You got to train Alexa. You got to tell her
Sure
what to
you
do. Yeah, that's
like
your
a
new
dog.
That's your new radio. if your dog could
Play a radio and play
radio.
Q95.
That'd be great. Your dog walks up in the morning, opens his mouth. It's about that breath. Remember that commercial? Bad breath in dogs.
Do all dogs have bad breath?
Yes.
I think so, too.
That.
I agree.
They
lick
their butts. Turds. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you very much. Science.
Yes.
We still haven't done our science hunk.
No, we'll do it tomorrow. I have it right here. It hasn't left my desk.
Got a big science hunk coming up. That's Christy Lee. She's at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk.
Yes, sir.
This is Tom speaking on the TV. I can see Pat Godwin's over there. Jessica Alsman's over there. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Ace Cosby, of course, at the OmahaSteaks.com. Ace Cosby Joke Desk. Jeff Oskey sitting in for Mr. Chick McGee today. And that's at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. And, of course, the sidekick chair occupied by OrangeInsoles.com man himself. It's Josh Arnold. Thank you very much for joining us. We have a couple things we have to review quickly.
Yeah, real quick, that movie I was talking about that's causing all the controversy on Netflix is called 365 Days. It's a Polish erotic film. It's kind of got a Stockholm Syndrome theme going, but...
So they're bowling.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's an old
No,
joke.
there's no bowling.
Old joke.
But, yeah.
Couldn't resist. Sorry. Today, I want to do a real quick Today in History.
Today in history, what do we have?
Bridget Bishop. Anybody know who she was?
I do, because I have it sitting here right in front of me.
Oh.
You should know this, Josh.
Hanged for witchcraft, 1692.
She was the first one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes. 1752, Benjamin Franklin flies the kite during a thunderstorm. I can't believe they got the date nailed down.
Wow.
Yeah.
So had one of those real light bulb moments.
Yeah.
Never mind. What did they put above your head for an idea before
For the light bulb?
was invented?
Candle?
Campfire?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Torch.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson's parrot, Paul, removed from his funeral for swearing.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a great little bit of history trivia.
That is.
I'm glad the mother is dead. Paul, you got to get out of here, man.
He never fed me.
SOB.
So he must have trained the parrot to do that.
Well, of course.
Yeah. John Dillinger, 1933, robs his first bank. And by the way, they're not going to dig him up.
Oh, okay.
Remember that story last year?
Yeah.
They're not going to be digging him up.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Because they know it's not really him.
No, it's.
That's why they're going to dig him up.
Okay, let's move on here and review what we've learned on today's show. How about that?
That's right. Things we learned, sponsored by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
They got everything. Grainger, thank you very much. Now, a little audio for this first thing. The Dalai Lama has released an album. This is true. Here's a little touch of it for you. This is real.
Beg your pardon?
And it's would you say that was, Christy? It's some kind of chant?
Yes, it's a mantra.
Okay.
Oh, no.
He's doing Buddhist prayers.
I like the Tibetan monks more. If I had to buy an album, I'm going with the Tibetan monks.
Well, that was the famous Tibetan monks.
We don't have time to play that, Jeff.
Oh, sorry.
We'll feature that tomorrow. I do have the live version.
Oh, okay. Let's hear that.
Yeah. So often when a band tours on an album, that's where they really learn the songs, playing them live.
Sure.
It gets the real feel for them. This is the Dalai Lama live.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's star time at the Apollo Theater. Let's bring him on right now. Everybody, the hardest working man in show business.
The Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama.
That works.
Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama and the Dalai Lama.
I'm with you, Josh.
We'll hear the other version of that coming up tomorrow, where we take the Tibetan monks. Are they fans of each other? Do those two get along?
The Tibetan monks and the Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
He's the ruler of the Tibetan monks. He is a monk.
Yeah, but Irish Catholics don't like the Italians. I don't know how this works.
They're Tibetan.
What? Who said that?
Oh, they do? Okay, sorry.
Get me in trouble.
That's how I met the Dalai Lama. It was with the Tibetan monks that day. They were doing a Mandela.
Were the Italian Catholics there as well?
I was Italian. No,
Mandela was there too?
Mandela. We got everybody's getting along. It's about time.
Right.
That's what this world needs right now.
They all get along.
Okay, thanks very much. We also learned it's National Iced Tea Day, so do yourself a favor. Michael Jordan has an incredible boat, and he caught a huge marlin. And the Dalai Lama wears a Timex Iron Man watch when Christy Lee saw him. How about that? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.